to drive more traffic to your website. For those of you who don't know what it is, I think most of you do. It's the ads at the top when you Google something and you see the Google AdWords at the very top or running down the side, and it's pay per click. So this, we're putting on this webinar because, having a great website that's set up for high lead conversion, you need to be driving traffic, whether it be organically or through other marketing. But one of the easiest and best ways and most effective is running Google AdWords because you can get immediate return on your money because you're spending money, getting leads, signing up, and you have people to follow up with. So it's very important to get traffic to a Real Geeks website so you can follow up and help them and, sell a property. So we wanted to set this up. It's not going to be going over super, super advanced techniques. That's not what this webinar is. It's for beginners to intermediates to make sure that they get it set up properly, they understand how to get it set up, and just get it, good sound foundation so they can start running some ads. And I get, some of you don't have a big budget. I personally, if I was still running a team, I run a team, but I don't personally sell. But if that's all I was doing and I was selling, I would probably hire a PPC manager because I wouldn't want to spend all the time it takes to really optimize it. But I get that a lot of you don't have a big budget, and it's a good way to start getting business. But me is, looking at the big picture, I would rather focus my time actually on prospecting, following up, because you could easily spend 30 minutes a day and over a month in there reviewing the ads and stuff like that. And, over a month, that could be 15 hours, 8 hours, depending on how much time you get in there. But I understand that not all of you have a budget to just pay somebody. And running Google AdWords and doing it yourself is a great option. We always tell all our customers that you should be running Google AdWords if you don't have organics. So we're going to get going. Kendra, that manages our Real Leads program, that's our marketing program where we manage, pay us a management fee, and we manage the AdWords so you can follow up on the leads. She runs that. She's Google certified, and actually the company is also a Google partner. They just recently came out with that. Sometimes you get spammers saying, hey, we're Google partners. We can get you at the top. Those are spammers just trying to act like they are a Google partner. They do actually now have a Google partner, and we are Google partners. We actually, I'm just going to let them know, Kendra, we actually won a foosball table for the office and through the Google partner program. So we're going to be getting that to our office. So if you come to Hawaii, come on over and we'll play some foosball and drink some beers in the afternoon, of course, when we're done working. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to get going. Kendra, like I said, manages our Google AdWords program, Real Leads. She's going to be going over creating your first campaign and best practices setting it up. And then she's also going to be going over adding the conversion tracking code to your website. Very important to add the conversion tracking code. If you're going to be doing your own AdWords, you need to know what is working and what's converting. Okay, so it's very important. She's going to walk you through in Google AdWords how to get that conversion tracking code so you can send it over to support so they can add that in there and you can track exactly what ads are converting to sign-ups. You'll be able to see what your dollar per conversion is and all that good stuff. She's also going to go over connecting AdWords and analytics together. You get a lot of analytics and you analyze. I would suggest you analyzing all your AdWords account in the AdWords, but you need to connect the analytics to it. And here's one of the biggest reasons. If you do have some organic traffic and you don't connect the analytics with the AdWords, it'll all show up in the analytics as organic. If you connect them, you'll be able to break it out and check organic and also paid, which is AdWords. And then at the end of towards the end of the webinar, she's going to go on, briefly over optimizing the account once you have enough data. It's very important, and she's probably going to go over all this, but I'm just going to give my 2 cents. It's very important that you're running a Google AdWords account, that you get enough data. Once you get it set up soundly and you run your ads, you've got to get enough data before you start tweaking ads, okay? you got to have enough clicks and enough money spent before you can start manipulating it and fine-tuning it. But that's what's great about all the conversion tracking code and all that, is you can do that after you get enough data. Then you can say, oh, well, geez, I'm spending, you know, $50 a month on this keyword and it hasn't converted once. Boom, you pause that. So it's very important. Now, any of you that are interested in the Real Leads marketing, we do have a Real Leads marketing PDF on the Real Geeks website. I'm just going to go over there. You just go to Real Leads, and at the very bottom, there's a link, and it's a downloadable PDF, and that goes over what we do for the Real Leads program, some average costs per conversion. It's a little dated, and you know what our fees are. So this isn't intended to be a commercial, but I am letting you know that we do offer that service, and the one that actually managed that, Kendra, is the one going to be teaching you guys all how to set up an account and do all this stuff, okay? Let me go back to my outline here. So if anyone's interested in more information on the Real Leads, you know, download that PDF and send me an email directly, jeff@realgeeks.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have via email, and also get on the phone. I am always, just so everybody knows, I am always available to talk on the phone when I'm free, okay? Every one of our customers, anybody, I am, you know, available to talk. I talk with customers when I'm on vacation on my cell phone. I probably shouldn't do that, but I take this seriously, and I really, truly want to help you guys convert more business online, okay? So go ahead and shoot me an email, and if you want to talk about, not even if it's about Real Leads, about something else, about your website, I'm here to talk and help, okay? And then at the end, sometime later today, we'll post something on the Facebook group, and we'll do Q&A on the Facebook group. We have to do that for time constraints. We only have so much time, and we'll post it on Q&A, and Kendra will hop in and answer some questions, and I'm sure people like Justin Rollo, Nick Kremer, and stuff like that are doing AdWords, and we have a lot of customers doing their own AdWords. They can jump in and help out too. We have a pretty good community that likes to help each other. And then at the very end of this webinar, Kendra will post our Google Reps contact information so you can claim your $100 free AdWords spend if you're going to go and set up your own AdWords and do it, which we encourage. If you're not doing it, you really should be doing it so you can get more leads, you can get more sales, and you get a return on your investment, okay? And Kendra spoke with her yesterday and told her we were doing this webinar to teach our customers how to run their own AdWords if that's what they have the time for and they choose to do. Then you can go ahead and email her directly. Say you work with Kendra at Real Geeks, and she'll send you a $100 free AdWords to get your account going. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Kendra. As soon as I find my controls here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to be handing it over to Kendra. Ooh, hold on. Let me find her on the list. Okay, here we go. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I've handed it over to Kendra. Kendra, you should have controls now. You have controls?
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. All right, great. All right.
And can you see my screen okay?
Yeah, I can see your screen okay. You're a little muffled on the sound, so make sure you're talking clearly.
Okay, will do.
Right,
good morning, everyone. Just wanted to, again, introduce myself. My name is Kendra Leary, and I run the Real Leads program over here at Real Geeks. So I'm just going to start off by going over these 5 core components of search engine marketing, or SEM, which is Google Adwords program. And these five core components are really what make up a good Google Adwords account. The first being your budget. So you need to have enough budget to allow you, a good amount of daily clicks. So $750 a month at Google will give you $25 a day in ad spend, which is a pretty good place to start based on your market. If you're in a smaller market, you can probably get away with a little bit lower budget. But that $25 a day is a really good place to start, and it will get you enough data for your AdWords account. Spoke a little bit about this already, the target market where you're in. You need to set up a good local campaign, and if you want to target national, those are two different campaigns to set up within your account. The next is keywords. So the keywords that you're bidding on are very important. You don't want to be bidding on keywords that are too general, because that could result in a lot of irrelevant traffic clicking on your ads and wasting your budget. And those keywords need to be accurately reflected in your text ads. So we'll talk about different ad groups and setting those up for high relevancy. And then the fifth component is the landing pages that you use for your different ad groups. We recommend setting up at least two, one landing on the area pages and then one landing on the specified search results page, again, to gather data and see which one converts best per ad group. And once you have enough data and can see which one is converting better, you can pause the other ad and funnel all of your traffic to the one that's converting at a higher rate, so you get more conversion. So those are the 5 core components, and they all do result in what's called quality score. And the better your quality score is, the higher your ads will be on the search results page, and you actually get a lower cost per click. So those are all very important when determining the quality score for your keywords.
Hey Kendra, I'm gonna butt in here and interject. Since we're not doing a Q&A, I got some questions, or I know what people are probably thinking, hopefully. Sure. So on the keywords, there are tools where they can go get suggested keywords, right?
Yes, there are.
Okay, and is that like, what would they Google? Google keyword something or other, or?
Actually, when you set up, when you're setting up your first campaign, there will be a box on the right-hand side with suggested keywords. There's also a keyword tool within the AdWords account under the Tools tab at the top.
All right, great. And let me see. Okay, landing pages. Yeah, I just wanted to add on the landing pages. The landing pages are really important because you want to have one for the area or city optimized where they can land and you test your ads there, and then also one as if they did the search, wide open, and I know she's probably going to go over this later. I'm just kind of butting in. But with the search results sorted by newest, so that way it's one click closer to the sign up, but one doesn't convert better than the other. Every market is different, and every keyword that we're going after is different, right, Kendra?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the importance of having all the tracking of the conversion code, so you can set those different landing pages up and the different ads and then test that. All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Sure. So I'll just jump into creating your first campaign here. So I'll get this out of the way. So here I would create an account. So I'll do Hawaii Jeff Manson. You select the country that you're in, the United States, and the time zone. This cannot be changed, so make sure you select the correct time zone, and it'll tell you right here that can't be changed after you set up your account. So I'll create the account. I'll go down here. So once I'm in this account, it'll say here, create your first campaign. So there's 3 different levels. There's campaign, and then there's ad group, and then the keyword level. So this is the highest level within the account. I set it up to search network only because we haven't seen a lot of success on the display network, and if there are conversions, which there sometimes are, they are usually at a higher cost. So we just focus on the search network. Set it to all features.
Kendra, can I just butt in real quick? I'm sorry to break this right here when you're setting this up. So the difference between search network and ad network is, like, search is when somebody, you got to think of user intent with conversion, okay? So when someone's going to do a search, like in Google or some other powered search by them that's running their ads and they search Hawaii real estate, well, their intent is to look for Hawaii real estate. Now, the other ad networks are just other websites that may be related, real estate related, but they're just running the ads on those website pages. And if somebody's on there and they click on one of those ads, their intent being on that website may not have been searching for Hawaii real estate, but they got curious and clicked on the ad. So the conversion usually is not going to be as high. So that's why she does the search. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And that kind of leads into this. We only show the ads on the search network. I don't include search partners because those are like the Google Content Network or a Gmail ad. So I unchecked that just so we're only using your budget on the search network itself. For locations, since I'm setting up a local campaign, I am going to do my own. So I'm going to go here to the advanced search. And since this is Hawaii, I'm going to type in Hawaii and go after the state since it's a pretty small state here. So I'm going to do that. You can also do radius targeting. So if you're in a larger state like Texas and you want to do 20 miles around Dallas, you can do that. So I can do Honolulu search, and it'll show me 20 miles around Honolulu. I can add that in. You can also do by city. So if I wanted to add Honolulu as a city, I could do that, add it in, and it'll go down to the city level. So there are different ways to set up the targeting. If there are any locations that you want to exclude, so say we don't want, so say this, if there are any locations that you don't want to show up, you can do that as well. So say I don't want to target to New York. I can add that as an exclusion, and that'll exclude the state of New York, and that shows up down here. Save that. So since this is a local campaign, I will go in here and click Local Options Advanced, and I'm going to only target this to people within my targeted location. That way I can have more general keywords. So if we're targeting, say, the city of Honolulu, I could have the keyword homes for sale since they're within that targeted location, and that wouldn't show up to someone searching from California, for example. All right. Going on down here, the bid strategy. This is the next important part. It defaults to AdWords will set my bids to help maximize clicks within my target budget. I don't like doing that because then I don't have control over how much I'm willing to spend per keyword. So I click I'll manually set my bid. That way I have to go in and set the bids for each keyword, and you can see what bid will get you first place position if you're below that. So you just have more control over that. And the default bid applies to the first ad group within your campaign. So normally I'll start at $1.50 and go from there. And then you have to put in your daily budget. So the budget can be broken up per campaign. So if we were doing that $25 a day in ad spend for this campaign, I'd probably do $10 per day and then give the national 15, just based on the results I've seen in the past and the way the budget is spread out. All right, down here there are more options that you can choose to include. So if I wanted to have a phone number in my ads, I could add the call extension, site links. If I wanted to have Honolulu condos as a site link, Honolulu homes, I could include those and set up different site links there for the ad. Those are the two I would only really recommend using. The locations, since it's real estate kind of all over the place, unless you'd like to have your office address on there, we don't see that too much. Ad scheduling, this is something that I use as well. If you'd like to show your ads only at certain hours of the day, you click on that, and then you click on Create a Custom Schedule. So in here, let's say I want the ads to show Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. That means your ads will not start showing until 8 o'clock a.m. local time, since your account is set to Hawaii time, and they'll be cut off at 9 o'clock p.m. You can add Saturday and Sunday as well, make that a little bit different, based on when you're available to work the leads that come through. And then you can actually just do that and shut off the account for Sunday. If you're working open houses or that's family time or anything, your ads won't show on Sunday, so you're not wasting your budget on leads that you can't follow up on immediately. All right, so once you've done all that, you hit Save and Continue. And now you create your first ad group. So this is the second tier within your account. So I would do Honolulu homes for sale. And here on the right-hand side, you see how the ad actually shows up on Google. So these are your ad previews. All right, so here's the text for your ad. Now the display URL is the URL that will show up here and will be displayed on the search engine. And that can be different from your destination URL. So for the display URL, I would do hawaiius.com, maybe Honolulu, so it's more relevant because you'll see Honolulu in 3 different places. And then we'll recommend setting up one page going to this Honolulu area page and another one going to the search results. So let's see. Just getting the Honolulu search results here.
Yeah, while she's getting that, oh, I'm sorry. While she's getting that, yeah, so we set it up. We have different text. She's just running through this. We're not doing exact ads like we're doing. She's doing this for demo purposes, but she's showing you that you can set up 2, and you should set up 2 and 2 different landing pages. All right, go ahead, Kendra.
Yeah, so I'll get the Honolulu search results. Let's see. And since this is homes for sale, I'm only going to pull in the home listings. I'm not going to include condos. I'm not going to include land, just homes. So when someone lands on this search results page, it's the information that they're immediately looking for. If it was a condos page, I would only pull in condos for the search results because data has proved that the more relevant the information is on the page the searcher lands on, the longer they are likely to stay on the page and the more likely they are to convert. So I'll pull in destination URL, and I do sort. Right here you can see sort by newest listings first. That way it's always being updated. If you sort by highest price to lowest price, which I believe is the default, then you might have the same listings at the top for a few months based on your market and how quickly things sell. So I always sort by newest properties to oldest.
And another reason to do that too is because you just don't know what price range this person is coming in, and so if you do by newest, it's just by the newest listing, and it'll give a variety of price ranges. So people, it'll have a variety of price ranges, which is better too.
Mm-hmm. So here is the keyword suggestion box that I was talking about before. It pulls up. Now these are really general keywords. That's why I don't typically use it. Houses in Hawaii. I don't want that for my Honolulu ad group. So here I enter my own keywords. So for example, Honolulu homes for sale in Honolulu. So you can see here I use brackets around these keywords. Brackets mean that this is an exact match keyword. So someone has to type in this phrase exactly for your ad to appear. If I wanted to start more, at a broader level, I could add what's called the broad match modifier. So if I include the plus sign and Honolulu homes sale, that means that this keyword will trigger the ad to show if someone uses these 3 keywords anywhere in their search phrase. So we can start at that level and then drill down from there, or just start going after the exact match keywords, which do tend to result in better leads that are coming to your site. Here's where you set the bid. So I set the default bid before at $150, but you can change that per ad group if you'd like to bid higher, on a specific area or a specific type of property. If you're going after luxury homes or waterfront homes, you could always adjust the bid based on what you'd like to focus on. So here I'm going to click Set Up Billing Later just because there are a few other things I want to go through, or you can save and continue right to billing so that as soon as you're done, this ad group will be live. So here I can see, all of these ads are eligible, or these keywords are eligible to show. Here it'll tell me if it's a lower than the first page bid, and I can go in here and adjust my bid per keyword accordingly. All right, so that's setting up your first ad group. Within each campaign, there are a few settings that weren't on that first settings page. So I'd click on the campaign here and go to settings. devices. Typically, we'll turn off the mobile devices with full browsers because even though our sites are optimized for mobile, we're still not seeing as high a conversion rate as we are on, tablets with full browsers or computers, just because a lot of people who are doing serious searches are sitting down and looking at things on a bigger screen. So here, you go to decrease by 100%. So a $10 bid will become $0, and you save that. And that's how you turn off your ads on mobile devices. All right, so if you were to set up another campaign, so the national, you'd go back here, all online campaigns. My computer decides to work with me here. Sorry, sometimes Google can be a little slow.
That's all right. You're doing great. It's worth the wait. So you're just going to go on and then show them how to set up another ad group like national or something? Is that what you were going to do, Kendra?
Yeah, different campaign. This one targeted for national, just because it'll be a different targeting setting. Let's go back here. Okay, so you're on the campaigns tab, new campaign, search network only, same thing, all features, national. Same thing here, uncheck search partners. Here I do the United States, so people within the United States. You can always exclude areas if you'd like. So if you don't want to target to certain states or areas, you can do that. And then again here, people in my targeted location. Same thing
and
here.
obviously, if you're in a market where you got Canadian buyers or other buyers from other countries, you can turn those on. But generally, we're doing the United States. We're targeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's an option here for United States and Canada as well. Set the budget, do all of that stuff. Typically, I will leave the national campaign on all the time unless agents request otherwise, just because there's so many different time zones. You get searchers from all over the country. So you can always set that here, but I will typically leave it on at all hours of the day. Save and continue. And again, you would set up your ad group here. This time, though, I'd make it a little more specific. So I would do like Honolulu, if I can spell, Hawaii homes for sale. So Honolulu homes for sale, search Honolulu HI homes for sale. Home info.
Yeah, and we set up these campaigns based on our clients' needs, what areas they want to target, and if they have specific stuff, we do tweaking and customization. But she's just going over generalizations for you to help you get going, and then you can get as creative as you want and go down to neighborhoods and everything. She's just going through this to help you get started. All right, go ahead.
For the national account too, or the campaign, I'll always include the state abbreviation or state name in the keywords because there are a lot of towns across multiple states that have the same names. Like I know there's a Paris in almost every state. There's Paris, Texas. There's Paris, like Nebraska, I think. So I just make sure that people are, from outside of your local area are intent on searching on that, specific town, that specific state. So that would be Honolulu HI homes for sale, Honolulu Hawaii homes for sale, etc. A bunch of different keywords within this ad group. Same thing here. You can set your default bid, set up billing later, and that ad group has been created as well. So now you have your two campaigns. One other thing to note with regards to keywords is negative keywords. Down at the bottom on one of your ad groups tabs, you'll see here it says negative keywords. You click on that, and I add them at the campaign level unless I need to add them at a specific ad group level, but for the most part, it's campaign. So I'll add keywords, and I'll add negative keywords like rent, lease, Zillow, so that your ads aren't showing up for people searching for things that you don't want to become involved in, like rentals or commercial properties. And over time, you'll see more that you need to add in order to protect your budget. But these negative keywords mean if someone were to type in commercial properties for sale in Honolulu, your ads would not show up because you don't want to advertise yourself for commercial real estate when you're focusing on residential. So it just protects your budget and keeps your ads from appearing for things that you don't want to focus on. So save that, and now you have your negative keywords within this account. All right, the next step is adding in your conversion code because I can have these keywords and bid on these keywords all day long, but I cannot see if they are converting for me or not. So I need to add the conversion code to the website. So here you go to Tools, Conversions, and you click on this new conversion button. I normally name it Sign Up because that's what people are doing, and they're signing up on the web page. Save and continue. Conversion categories, again, sign up. I leave this the same, 30 days, count all conversions, and I don't assign a value because it's not like an e-commerce site or anything. Markup language is HTML. Keep everything down here the same. Save and continue. Then here, you put someone else makes changes to the code. You can actually email this right to support@realgeeks.com. Please. And it'll send us this conversion code, which goes on the back end of your site. And you can just send email. I'm not going to send that to them since we're not actually doing this. But
yeah,
and then you hit
send. I'm hoping that goes all the time, and who knows. So you might also want to, I'm going to interject here. We do on our Real Geeks website now have a support tab. So we are trying to get everybody to fill out that support on the support page, the ticketing system. So you could go ahead and copy that code and then fill that out, the support, and it's got a place for your URL and all that. And we know we will get that because that'll come directly to us through our form. And then you could just pick website, backend, and then adding AdWords conversion code. So all right, she's got it up there right there. So Hawaii's, all that good stuff. Pick topic, website backend. And then what do we got? Do we have that? Lead capture. We probably should have that.
Yeah.
We should have that on our list. But you could also just pick backend website and pick other, or and then put Google conversion tracking code in there, and then please add this to my site, and then paste that in there and submit it. We'd rather you do that actually. I know you can email it directly from support, but I think it would be better through our form, so that way it's a little more targeted and they know exactly what to do with it, okay? And it doesn't go into spam filter or something like that, because we use a ticketing system and it may go into spam, and we'd hate to miss that, okay?
Yeah, that's a good point. So if you just copy the code and submit it in there, it's really quick and easy to add it onto the back end of your site, and so they'll get that taken care of for you.
Yeah, and it's better that way too. And then if you don't get a response back within like 48 hours, then something like follow up with a phone call or another submission asking what the heck happened. And that's business days, by the way. But we usually get things resolved within 24, 48 hours, and a lot sooner sometimes. We're staffing up on support to give you even better customer support. All right, you can go on, Kendra.
All right, so once your conversion is in there, let's do that so that I'm not sending this. Once your conversion is in there, you can go back to the Campaigns tab. And now you can actually view, you can look at your clicks versus the conversions you get. That'll show in an orange line. So you can see if there's a correlation between how many daily clicks you get and how many daily conversions. And it'll also track here converted clicks. It'll show you, 2, 3, based on the, the time you have set up here. So you can also set this by this month, last month, so you can compare data and it'll show you how many conversions you got within that time frame you have selected.
And just a quick note, we are going to be looking in a live account after she goes through some of the setup stuff on one that we're running to a Hawaii site, Hawaii search. So she will be able to show you that in real live data and the conversion codes, rate, and all that stuff, how to add quality score if you want to check that kind of thing. So she will be showing you that a little bit later after she goes through connecting the Google Analytics to AdWords.
Yep, that's actually the next thing. So once you have your account set up, you definitely want to connect the analytics to the AdWords because it will pull data directly from your AdWords account and you can analyze it all within Google Analytics. So the first thing to do is go to your analytics account. We've set one up for this purpose. Go to the admin tab. Here it says AdWords linking. So you click on that. Now you click on new link. Now I have a bunch of accounts, so it's going to take me a second to find it. But you can actually, you should just have one, so it'll be easy to just click on that. Next step. You have to select the view, so all website data, link accounts. And you'll get a confirmation. Now you think you're done, but this is where a lot of people make a mistake. You're not done yet. You have to go back into your AdWords account, go to account settings. If you click on this little cog, account settings, linked accounts, Google Analytics. Oh, this account isn't live. Normally you can select it, so I could select the one that I just hit. It'll show there, and then click Save. Yes, I understand. It'll show linked one view, but because this account is not live yet, I can't link the two together. But it'll show linked one view, and then you're done after you link it within AdWords itself. If you have questions on that or need any help, I've helped other people link accounts in the past. It can be a little confusing, but then again, once they're linked, you can see all of the AdWords data within your analytics account.
Yeah, that's something maybe we can have support do, or you can work with support, Kendra. And maybe we could do a quick little video and showing it live, a how-to and add it to our docs. So that would be even better than them hitting you up every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, right in there, you should be able to link it. It'll just show you the one you selected, and then you just click a couple of times and then click Save, and it'll show linked one view. All right, so after that, the next step is to enter your billing information so that your account can go live. So here, it's pretty self-explanatory. United States, continue. You enter all of your information, continue. I don't know if it'll let me, yeah. Let's see, Kendra Leary. Okay, and then you can either do credit or debit card or your bank account. I always do credit card just because I don't want to give access to my bank account or anyone's bank account. Enter all your information, and then here when you have your promotion code, you can enter it, or you can enter it after you have your billing information input. You just need to have it in there within 14 days of your account being live. Once you hit continue, you agree to the terms and services and your account is live, but since this is a test account, I'm not going to do that at this time. All right, so yeah, so once your account is live and it's been running for a significant amount of time or enough time to gather data, the next step is to continually optimize and make sure that everything is running as best it can. So we'll actually take a look at a live account now. This account's been running for a long time, but you can see the blue lines is the number of clicks and the orange is the number of conversions. So there is a definite, correlation here. And so once the account has enough data, this is actually a Jeff account and it's running very well. You can see some of the different keywords and keyword types we have in there. So we'll take a look at the.
Is there any way you can make your screen wider so we can see more data, or is that?
No,
I mean
we're as wide as we go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So if we drill down, so let's see, this real estate Oahu keyword has one of the higher cost per, converted clicks than some of the others. And you can see here, it's got a great quality score. 9 out of 10 is excellent. And that's because Jeff has his site set up the way we recommend. So if you haven't watched his webinar about setting up your site for highest conversion, highly recommend it because that'll improve your quality scores as well. And again, your quality score is very important for ad placement, cost per click, and a bunch of different things.
It will also increase your conversion rate too. If you're going to pay to get traffic there, let's set it up right so you get the highest conversion possible. All right, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So this, since it's a broad match modifier, I can actually see what keywords have resulted in clicks. It's had 366 clicks, 26 conversions. That's okay. It could be better, but again, because it's a broad keyword, that's probably why it's lower. So we'll take a look here. You select that keyword, go to Details Selected. You can see all search queries that resulted in clicks on that site. So here might be a negative keyword, but it actually had 3 conversions, so maybe we won't rule that out just yet. But these are all searches that resulted in clicks from this one keyword. So I could add this in if I wanted to add North Shore Real Estate Oahu as a keyword. Select that, add as keyword, add my brackets, save. So then it'll show you that keyword has been added. So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about optimizing the campaign. You have to go in and take a look and see, rentals. That shouldn't be on there. Well, maybe it should. It had 2 conversions at $1.72 a conversion. So, different things, but you have to take a look and see what you want to exclude, if you want to add in different keyword variations, just so you're getting as many clicks as possible at the lowest cost per click.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. If you notice at the top of what she's looking at, you can see the cost converted per click, cost conversion rate, click conversion rate, all that stuff. That's the importance of having that conversion tracking on there, because that then allows us to go through here and optimize, see what's working, what's not, how can we tweak this, what are the conversion rates, what are the cost per conversion. You can even sort by money spent too, right?
It's sorted.
Oh yeah, cost. So you can click on cost. Do it again, Kendra, so it's most at the top. Oh, okay. So you can see. So what you could do is you can then go in and analyze and say, click on cost, and then you can see, hey, I'm spending most of my money on Craigslist Oahu real estate. I'm getting a 5.2%, 1231 a conversion. That's higher. But what's even worse is if you go down North Shore Oahu real estate, I spent $16 and I haven't had any conversion. So that's one, if you have enough data, that you might want to then pause. So you got to analyze this stuff, and it's an ongoing thing if you really want to optimize it. Now, if you don't really care and you're getting enough leads, that's fine. But if you're spending the money, I would assume that you want to optimize it and get as many leads as possible, like we do for our clients, and on their money, or on your money. So if you're spending the money, you should take the time to go in there after you get enough data, after you got enough conversion and clicks. You can't go by 5 clicks. If you've only had 5 clicks to something, unless it was like, $5 a click and you got 5 clicks and there's no conversion, you probably don't want to run that one. But if you only have 5 clicks and it's 80 cents a click or whatever, you need enough data before you start making knee-jerk reactions on what's going to work or not. So, it's an ongoing, continual, assessing and analyzing. And if you don't have enough data in 1 month, then go back 2 months and look at the view over 2 months. If you're spending $500 or $700 or $800 or $1,000, but you want, and you've done it for a couple months, and you might even want to go over the last 2 months and then get more data, more clicks, and then you can start optimizing this stuff. There's a lot of different things you can do to optimize it. Like Kendra said, different hours of the day. You can try that as well. going through and just looking at all these different keywords. As you can see, this one actually gets a pretty good conversion rate. Go to the home page there of this account, Kendra, please. So if you scroll down to the, actually you can see cost per conversion for local and national. At the very bottom, it totals all of them. But up at the very top, you got local. Local is like 568 a conversion, and the national is 520. Now, most counts are not going to get that low, okay? This one is just, we've been tweaking it and manipulating it, and we've been testing some different stuff. And this thing's really, really optimized. And in some areas, you're just not going to get that. It's going to range from $5 to $30 a lead, depending on what you're going after, how expensive, how competitive. But you want to keep analyzing that and use these things. So I'm sorry I interrupted you again, but I just wanted to make that point. So can you finish whatever you had to tell them there, Kendra?
Yeah, the only other thing that I wanted to hit on were the ads. So if I were to go to Honolulu Homes for Sale, we're running those 2 different ads to see which one converts better, which is what we discussed earlier in the webinar. Looks like we have a clear winner. This one has 34 clicks as opposed to this 3, or conversions, excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that ad. So this ad is the one that always shows, and this one actually lands on the area page. A lot of the time, the search results page has a higher conversion rate, but again, it's different for each market. It's different for each ad group. So you really have to go in and take a look and see which one is performing the best on the ad group level, because it will be different for, again, each one.
All right, and also another thing is, those items across the top that help you analyze, like the cost per conversion and clicks and stuff, are those aren't all up there, right, Kendra? Can you show them how to add, like, once they get the conversion tracking code, can you show them, or the quality score and stuff like that? Can you walk them through that, how to actually add those things, or where that is? That'll be really helpful for them.
Yeah, so this quality score column is not automatically there. We actually added it in for this website, or this account. So you go to the Keywords tab, and you go to this column, and you select Customize Column. You can add in all different sorts of metrics here. So you can add in average CPM is average cost per thousand, which would be for the display network, so you don't want to include that. But conversions, you can include conversion rate or cost per conversion. Attributes is where the quality score is located, so it's already been added in. If I wanted to include the match type, I could add that. Go down here, click Apply. So now match type shows me here this exact match keywords. These are match keywords.
I have a quick question. When they set this up and they get it going, because I think the most important thing, quality score is all right and it's important, but I think even more important is the cost per conversion and all that. That stuff is not added on there. Cost converted.
It is once you add that conversion rate to the website, it is included in there. But you have to add that conversion code, otherwise it will not be in there, and it will not.
Oh, okay. So it's automatically added up in there, and there's some other conversion stuff you can add to that. But a lot of the conversion stuff's already automatically added on there as a matrix, as long as they've added that to the website and they've got that tracking. If that's what I'm understanding.
For this one we just set up, we just added that conversion code. I didn't do anything to customize the columns here, but you can see converted clicks, cost per converted click, click to conversion rate were automatically included.
Okay, all right, perfect. See, I never set these things up. She sets them up, I help analyze. I get the fun job of going through these accounts and helping her analyzing and going, okay, where's this landing? Okay, so Kendra and I work very closely when it comes to that, but when it comes to setting up, she's the pro. She does that. I don't get involved in that. I get involved in helping to analyze and seeing what's converting and stuff like that. That's fun for me.
So yeah, we basically hit on everything I wanted to cover. It was more basic. There are definitely more advanced things within here, within these accounts that you can analyze, look at, include. But again, just wanted to go over the basics in setting it up. I do get a lot of questions about, you know, I get out of state or out of country traffic. How do I get rid of that? You select include people only in my target location. So yeah, I just wanted to go over those basic things in setting up your first Google ad account.
Yeah, it's very important. Like I said, this isn't for the advanced guys on the call like the Justin Rollos and well, Nick does this for a living, but you know, the clients that are doing it themselves and been doing it for a long time and testing and stuff, they probably didn't get as much out of this as the people who have never done it, or the people who have just maybe tried it and didn't really know what to do. So we really want you to be successful on converting, you know, leads into sales, but you need to get traffic. And Google AdWords is one of the easiest ways to get traffic, and then you can do your job and follow up. And we look forward to chatting with you on our Facebook group. And by the way, if you're not on our Facebook group, it's you can find it in Facebook. It's Real Geeks Mastermind Group. Real Geeks Mastermind Group. Okay, because it's not a support group for customer support. Now it is kind of a support group among our customers supporting each other and helping and sharing and stuff and masterminding it. That's why we needed the mastermind group, because we can all share and help each other. So it is kind of a support group, but it's not the customer support group. You know, if you need something done through customer support, go to the Real Geeks website and click on support, okay? So we really enjoyed helping you out and look forward to your feedback. Thanks a lot. Aloha. Bye.